Hello, world. Today we're talking about meditation and how I experienced consecutive meditation. I'm not talking about consecutive hours. I mean, I meditated 30 days and then 60 days, I think a bit over 60 days, and I recorded it. So my minimum requirement was I needed to do 10 minutes a day. I sometimes did longer, but I filmed at least 10 minutes, sometimes 15, and sometimes that's all I did these days. I noticed there's a lot of challenges online of I meditated for 30 days, 60 days, here's what happens. Oh, and I think this really comes from the self-improvement side of YouTube and the optimization bros. I've even seen a video out there like meditated over like however many 100 days, which is not a bad thing. Again, for me, the experiment was what if I do meditation consecutively for 30 to 60 days as a beginner? What I mean as a beginner is if you just started and we're trying to introduce meditation into your life. Now, full disclosure, I've meditated before. I've meditated for more than 10 minutes, way more than 10 minutes. I've just fallen out of the habit of doing it consistently. So the purpose of this was to meditate and film it. And here's really what ended up happening. So I'd say after the first 20 days or even into 2 weeks, it started to feel like a habit, but also an obligation. So the obligation came from, well, clearly I was filming myself and uploading it. And it's not like this is getting any views, right? It's just I wanted to build that consistency. And I'm definitely going to go forward and keep meditating consistently. If you look on the channel, it kind of broke off. I took some time off to gather my thoughts. I think it's about a week or just over a week. So I definitely realized the difference after I stopped more than I actually realized the benefits while I was meditating. That being said, I was doing my minimum requirement, meaning 10 minutes. So one issue I think this creates is, well, me obviously filming it and uploading it, was it made it kind of obligatory. Yes, I want to do it, but I'm also doing it quite performatively. And I think that's an issue with meditation if you're looking to get the subtle or, more profound benefits from meditation. And I think this is an issue with the self help or improvement side of the internet or books, where you meditate essentially as a form of manifestation or motivational masturbation. You're just like, I'm meditating myself to success. To me, that's not the point of meditation. And I'm not saying you can't use it, but I think if you're trying to let go, for example, and relax, it's a little counterproductive to have your sphincter clenched and be like, I feel like you can go through your day with your sphincter clenched either way. So, I mean that I might just be throwing shade at other people when I say I think a lot of people in the self-help community are missing the point of meditation, but that's not to say there's only one point to meditation. If you definitely want to receive greater benefits, I'd say you have to, especially into what people call miraculous benefits, you have to meditate deeper or longer. I'm not saying nothing can come of 10-minute meditation sessions or 15-minute or even 20-minute. They're good, but they're good for a start or someone who's advanced. If I'm an advanced meditator, 10 minutes to myself can mean the world. But if I'm also someone who's just getting into meditation or even trying to get back to it and I'm not on my game, because there's good meditations and not so good meditations. And I know a lot of meditation practices say, don't judge yourself as a good and bad. But what I'm saying is, over those 60 days, I'm not even regarding previous meditation sessions, over those 60 days, there were some high points and some just kind of getting through that. The point is, yes, don't judge those as, okay, today was a bad day because I wasn't able to get deep in it. Now, an avid meditator or student of meditation will be able to get much more out of 10 or 5 minutes of inward focus than the ADHD beginner who's like, huh? What? is that a bee in the distance? So again, it might sound a little harsh, but people who say you can change your life with a couple minutes. Yes, you can get extreme returns on just a little bit of meditation. So, one of the benefits I noticed with just consistent meditation is it forced me to take time for myself each day, whether it was the morning, whether it was the evening. I made time for that. Another benefit was it was ritualistic. Every day, small bits made it manageable, but kept the ritual going. It allowed me to, take stock of my day if I was doing it at the end. How'd today go? Was I more calm today? What do I want going into tomorrow? Or when I was doing it in the mornings, what would I like going into today? It kind of took me aside and gave me a little sidebar where I could be alone with my thoughts. Or I could have no thoughts at all. Again, full disclosure, I never had an intent on the meditation each day. Some days it was different. Some days I wanted to focus. Some days I was, maybe manifesting, as some of these people say. And some days I was just trying to bliss myself out. So, one reason why I think meditation has become so popular in the Western community, because I think a lot of people think, ooh, mysterious meditation. That's not to say I don't think there are benefits to it, even, bordering on some things that are surreal. But unfortunately, what I noticed in a lot of the breath work and Western spiritual movements is meditation usually just becomes an inward way of manifestation, which is not bad, but I feel that the actual art of meditation fused with breath work has so many other possibilities. So when I see people practicing it just for the sake of optimize, and productivity, I'm not on that boat. Not to say that these are bad things, but I'm kind of over the point in my life where I just want to be productive. Productivity, it sounds good, but I've come to the point, and you can feel free to disagree with me on this, is I'm not trying to be a machine. Like people saying I'm a well-oiled machine. I'm not trying to be a machine. I'm not trying to be a factory producing as many products as possible. I'm here for the human experience. I would like to produce a certain quality of thing, and that's it. If that's all I got in me, that's all I got in me. So hyper optimized meditation definitely wasn't for me. Now, side tangents aside, do I think you should start with these small, even 5 to 10 minute sessions? I'd say try to commit to something more. So 10 to 15 minutes. I think 5 is really selling yourself short. And keep it consistent. Because I noticed after 30 days that it got easier. The time seemed to fly by a bit faster. But also, the time seemed to be more meaningful. So it was kind of both slow and faster at the same time. Meaning I wasn't as impatient, but I enjoyed the nice slow ride to when my alarm rang or when I kind of peeked at the timer and saw, oh, I'm over the 10 or 12-minute mark. So I think it does wonders for your patience. I think it does wonders for your time perception. And there's no reason that anyone shouldn't try meditation. Now, if you need some cues to start, I would say rather than manifestation or optimization or thinking of this as another thing on your checklist, which I sometimes did do, unfortunately, because it was a little bit of a busy 2 months for me, I would say just go into it, make some time for it, and go in with no expectation or something like, hey, I want to get away from reality right now. I just, sometimes I think of a white cloud. I don't want to think anything. Trust me, you'll have enough to think about during the day. And if anyone wants to know more about the experience, that was just some thoughts that came into my head. And I'm off to bed and just wanted to share that. If you're looking for a more comprehensive breakdown, sure. Am I going to continue meditating? Yes. Am I going to continue filming it? I think I'll only film directive, instructive meditation videos, or if I meditate for a long time and reflect on something and have deeper insight. Again, I don't want to tell you don't do it, but I think just the I tried or I dipped my toes in the water is a bit of a start. Now, I will say a few of those days, I saw some things like deeper inside that tell me that, hey, you got to invest more in this and you'll get more. There's only so much you can get from doing meditation as a simple exercise. Take care.